We're always amazed by some of the things made for children over the years. Some toys that may seem quite innocent were really dangerous. Some were deadly, and some can still be purchased today at high collector's prices.
Let's dig into this.
We have all probably heard about lawn darts and slip and slides by now, the notoriously dangerous outdoor toys. Slip and slide was recalled in 1993 after reports of broken bones, crash injuries, and paralysis from spinal cord injuries. Who would have predicted throwing a slippery sheet of plastic on the ground and flopping onto it at speeds would be a problem?
And then there's lawn darts. Basically, a weighted missile with a spike on the end. Reports of skulls being pierced and other gruesome injuries made the rounds. They were recalled in 1988 after reports of numerous injuries and at least 3 deaths, with the Consumer Product Safety Commission urging parents to immediately discard or destroy the toy. You can find new versions of the toys online and the originals if you search. The Thing Maker Creepy Crawlers by Mattel was one toy I had as a kid.
It was introduced way back in 1964 as an educational toy and consisted of a hot plate that heated to almost 400 degrees, die cast molds of bugs and creepy creatures, and a couple of bottles of what was called Plasti-Goop. You poured this stuff into a mold and heated it up, creating a rubbery creature.
And the smell was so terrible, I remember it to this day.
Mattel also made incredible edibles.
I don't remember it looking like these pictures, though. It worked the same way. You poured stuff called gobbledygook into molds and cooked them. They tasted awful, if I remember correctly.
The Thing Maker Creepy Crawlers was discontinued after the new Consumer Product Safety Commission released regulations in 1973 about using heating elements in kids' toys. It has been re released several times since then under several different names, and original kits can still be found on eBay with prices up to $500.
The CSI fingerprint analysis kit was introduced in 2007, and it did come with a warning on the box that the chemicals it contained could be harmful. Planet Toys reportedly used a Chinese factory for some parts of the kit and had no idea the factory was using tremolite, which happens to be one of the most poisonous, toxic forms of asbestos in the fingerprint powder.
The kit was recalled 2 years after sales started. No word on how many were sold. Oh, and it's still being sold on sites like eBay with prices ranging from $25 to around $150.
Flubber was a translucent, bouncy, silly putty type thing that Hasbro sold for $1 in the early 1960s, around the time the movie The Son of Flubber came out. Great marketing idea, except that Flubber apparently gave lots of kids horrible rashes and sore throats. In the late 1960s, Hasbro was reportedly trying to get rid of somewhere between 50,000 and millions of units of the stuff, depending on the source.
They tried burning them, but toxic fumes made that option a no go. Next, they tried dumping them in the ocean. Yeah, the good old days. But the stuff floated and they had to scoop it all back up. So what did they do? Reportedly buried them in a field behind the factory at night. And then they built a parking lot on the field. Done deal, right?
We can't say if it's true or not, but there are reports that more than 30 years later, if you looked at the cracks in the parking lot asphalt on hot summer days, you could see the flubber rising up through the depths. No word if or when this weird effect stopped, or if the flubber is still out there. By the way, a perfect vintage pack of flubber with the original $1 price sold on eBay in 2021 for a reported price of $895.
Clackers. It seemed like everyone had clackers in the early 1970s. Two heavy acrylic balls on a string knotted in the middle. You would have to move the thing up and down so the balls would slam into each other, making loud clacking sounds.
Of course, the balls would break, and sometimes they would actually splinter into sharp pieces. Not a good thing for a toy that was used close to your face. It was also incredibly painful to get hit with one of the balls if the string broke or you were just clumsy.
The toy was declared a mechanical hazard in a weird legal case after the U.S. Marshal Service seized a shipment of 50,000 units of clackers in 1974, claiming they were dangerous to kids. They have been re released in the last few years, made with supposedly safer materials, but not have reached the popularity they had in the 70s. They're hugely popular overseas, especially in the Philippines and Indonesia.
Who would think water would be dangerous? Apparently not the makers of the original water beads or original Aqua Dots toys. Water beads are cool looking, colorful jelly like blobs sold originally as vase fillers and co opted as a learning and sensory toy for kids. The problem is they expand when they absorb water, up to 200 times their original size. Soon after hitting the market, the ER visits started. One child reportedly had a bead stuck in their intestines the size of a tennis ball.
Aqua dots were small, colorful beads that were coated with glue that would be arranged in a design sprayed with water to make them permanently stick together. The problem was the coating of the pieces contained a chemical compound that would cause respiratory depressions, seizures, and coma. One child reportedly was hospitalized for 5 days after swallowing one aquadot. Spin Master recalled 4.2 million units and removed the toy from the market in November of 2007.
In the 1950s, visions of the future were everywhere. The atomic age was in and science was cool. Chemistry sets were big sellers, so why not expand into more advanced kits? The Gilbert Atomic Energy Lab hit the market in 1950 at the then astronomical price of $49.50, estimated at around $600 today.
With a Geiger counter and samples of radioactive ores, nuclear spheres, and specialized scopes, it was certified by Oak Ridge Laboratories, part of the Atomic Energy Commission, as safe. Yikes. Only 5,000 kits were sold, and it was on the market for only a year or two. The uranium samples it contained will be around a lot longer, with a half life for U 238 of about 4.5 billion years.
A very famous auction company has one for sale right now at $4,800.
Did you have any of these toys?
Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for watching.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
We'll see you on the next one.
Hey, here's another Dragon Den video you might like.
And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
And you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when our videos come out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.